You are an ambassador for Keep a Child Alive.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about the organization and its motive.
Absolutely. Keep a Child Alive is all about providing the antiretroviral medications for children especially and families with AIDS who would never, ever, ever, ever be able to afford it. And it's really, really important to me because especially in countries like Africa and India where things that we have access to every day, which is second nature to us, it's just so difficult to come by and so expensive. And so it's really important because you go there and you see so many people just like you and I who are dying every day for something that's just, it doesn't have to be that way. And so it's very important us to provide that. We've done an amazing job in doing so, and we want to continue to grow and continue to do it. So.
Now, one thing I read, you provide urgent response medical services, but child orphanages, but that's really the last thing you want to do because you hope that it doesn't ever get to that point, right?
Exactly. That's the reason for Keep a Child Alive, is because if we were able, we've been in existence for about 5 years now, and 5 years ago, before we were in existence, if we were able to do what we're able to do now, so many children and kids especially would not be orphans now. And we hope that we can help revert that so that there's not as many orphans that there are at this point, somewhere upward of 13 million or something incredibly ridiculous. And you think of you or you think of me and picture being an orphan, and then on top of that not having to have been because something could have been done about it but nobody paid attention.
And I'm sure these children don't even understand a lot of this anyway. It's all...
Why? You know why? It's just not necessary, and that's why Keep a Child Alive is so important.
And I'm sure tonight is a very important night for you two to be here.
It is important for me because 4 Seasons of Hope that Samsung does is a really wonderful thing. And it's really, in essence, a way to help bring all these different kinds of people, retailers, entertainment, leaders of all different fields, and be able to raise money that then they're able to give to many different foundations that really help children and families like Keep a Child Alive. And that's what's really important to me, and that's why I'm very honored to be here, very honored to be performing, very honored to help to provide things for people all over the world who really need attention and our thoughts and our love and our compassion. And we really have to remember not to get so caught up in our worlds that we don't remember others.
Now tell me this, moving on from children to teens, you have another charitable organization you work with from the ground up.
Absolutely.
Tell me about that.
From the Ground Up is another incredible organization that really, really motivates people who are between the ages of 11 and about 16 to really, definitely, to really learn what do they want to do? How do you do it? You have all these dreams, you have all these thoughts, but how? How do I do that? How do I become that? Where do I start? When no one's telling you, here's the steps, here's the road to success, here's how you follow it.
And that anything's possible.
Exactly, most importantly. So myself and the founder, DJ Walton, are very, very motivated and involved in really providing that inspiration and most importantly providing that groundwork to say, here's how you do it. Here's how you set goals for yourself. Here's what long-term goals are. Here's what short-term goals are. Here's, just things that really motivate you to say, I can do it too, just like anyone else.
Have any of your songs been inspired by any of your charitable works or any experiences that you've had related to that? Absolutely.
All the time when I'm writing, usually my writing comes from a moment, a thing, a time. A song on my last album called Nobody Not Really was inspired by these 2 young boys. They came up to me and asked me to donate to kind of an after-school program they had. And I was in the airport and my car was all late and I was late to it, whatever. And they came up to me and I was like, okay, sure. And I gave them a couple of dollars and whatever. And I was busy looking for my car. And I realized I didn't even talk to these boys. I didn't even say, what is it for? Where do you guys live? What's your name? How old are you? And I really realized that was my moment for me, that I realized we get so damn busy, we don't even talk to each other. So who really cares about what's going on in each other's lives when we're so busy all the time? And that really was a big, big, big learning thing for me, and I never, ever did that ever again, and I never want to do that ever again. When people come speak to me and ask me for anything or help, I want to engage them and speak to them and get to know them and let them know I care about what they're doing, and that song really reflected that sentiment. So that happens all the time.